Hey folks, welcome back to the old workshop. I got a treat today. Got a new one in from Knipex, and I got a couple other things we're gonna just look at while we're here. A little tool haul I got in, but let's get to the start of the show right quick. I've been eyeballing these Knipex Cobra ESs for a while, and trying to justify in my head why I needed them. I got the little 180 model, the 7¼ inch, I think. I've been using this, the Knipex twin grips, using them to death, removing bolts, broken bolts. You got the head knocked off of them, removing all kind of stuff. Just a handy pair of pliers to have around. Then I got to noticing I do a lot of roller chain work, master links, broken links. So you got to put a master link back in. They got the little clip that goes on the outside. I will demonstrate that here shortly. This little setup here on the end of the, end gripper for your twin grip, right there. You got a double post on a master link, and then you slide a clip on. And you can sometimes slide it on, but sometimes you got to get up in there with, I usually use, I have been using my needle nose pliers, but then I started trying these out, and it grabs a post and slides that clip on amazingly. And then I got to thinking, there's some applications with that where chains are hard to access. And of course, in the perfect world, you'd move it up to the top where you can get to it, but sometimes you got to be up underneath, and sometimes you got guards, both sides. You could slip the master link in there, but how are you going to get all the other stuff clicked together? So then I thought, these would be great. It's got the one side that'll hold the post, and then the other side that'll snip it through. So yeah, I've got these. Plus, it's Knipex, so I didn't want the giant pair. I've got the 250s in the alligator pliers, and they're nice, but boy, they'd be unwieldy for this operation and for this idea that I've got. I think these are going to work perfectly. Plus, it's a little needle nose operation kind of thing, little short needle nose, and again, Knipex. Now I will tell you, these, they feel so light. I mean, it's almost scary, but I think they're going to work for what I want to do. That's going to be added in there, and then we're gonna put it in the rotation. So yeah, that's the first one of the quick tool haul that we got. And that was just for demonstration purposes. I'll get back to those. We're gonna come back and do a little deeper dive in these in a bit. Railer, heavy duty bit rail. I got this in because, oh, you know what I was gonna do? Boom! I was gonna have my logo ready. I got me some stickers. I got the bit rail because I was working on something the other day. We got a couple new machines in that are crazy things, and they've got something about the new generation of engineers. They want to make everything so compact and so squeezed together that it's almost impossible to work with. I mean, if you worked on a car lately, 2020 model or newer, yeah, good luck getting your hand down in anywhere in the engine compartment that you can feel like you could squeeze into it. Same with industrial machinery. It seems like they're going that route. I've got my long Weras. They work great for the older stuff. Some of this new stuff, man, you're cramped up in there. So I got to looking around, and I know people recommend the railer bits. And I've got a couple of little socket heads, but some of these, and boy, they are in there good. They're not going to go anywhere. I think some of these are going to be just right for what we need to get in. You got stuff now where everything has to be guarded. Safety is always paramount on everybody's mind. So they got guards everywhere, and yeah, you can take them off, but that don't mean you're going to get any more access to it. You know, trying to get in there to take off a shaft, you know, bearings or rollers up underneath the machinery. And they got you in such tight spaces that I thought maybe I just need a little shorter bit in there. And I can pair this up with the, you know, the Klein little mini ratchet to get them started off of there, break them loose, and then, you know, hand them out, whatever. So we're going to test that out and see. It's just something my longer Allen wrenches are struggling sometimes to get in there. So I thought we'd test that out, see what we got going on. On that same vein, for my home box, really, not at work, but, you know, you got, if you don't got the little railer rail, and you've got a million little bits laying around, which, like I do, some of them are the, you know, the spares that you don't ever use, but some of them are the really nice ones that you pay a little extra for to have work. Ulsa Tools. This is the Ulsa Tools magnetic hex bit holder. And we'll just take a few out of the railer bit rail, which is, you ain't gonna lose anything out of there, I'll tell you. They got them in there good. And then you got them in here like so. And it's magnetic, so they don't fall out. Get a good wrap on them, and the heavier bits will, it looks like. Let's see, maybe down in the end. Yep. All right, well, I guess we'll see how the magnet holds up on that. But I think another thing is they're magnetic where you could stick them on the side of your tool cabinet, which is where I was going to put mine, in there with my U.S. General 4-drawer toolkit. But yeah. And it's got my Ulsa tool color, Ulsa green, like I got my socket holders in. So you got to match, right? You got to have style when you're going through there. But yeah, you know, you've got you get a 200-piece toolkit, and 100 pieces is sometimes the little hex bits. You got them laying around everywhere, so you really need somewhere to hold those up at. So that's what we got going on there. And last but not least, WorkPro sent me this. So this is just a quick review. And we're going to deep dive in this later, but I just wanted to show you all my stuff I got. It's the little Cobra knockoffs from WorkPro. And now let's hit the glue. And I tell you when I got these, I agreed to look at them because I've got a an everyday carry small toolkit I'm putting together, and I thought these would be perfect. I mean, they're not Knipex, but I'll tell you, they feel good. They don't feel, I mean, there's not a lot of, there's just the slightest wiggle in there in that play. Same teeth setup. Yeah, I'm not sure when the patent is off on Knipex stuff, and maybe it's not even, because, you know, nobody really gives a darn about that stuff anymore, but it's certainly a reasonable facsimile. The back handle's a little different. It's shorter, obviously. The button, well, let me see there. That might be the weak spot. No, maybe I had it just 2/10 on there. Anyway, so you got the WorkPro that's probably going to be quite a bit less expensive than the Knipex in this same model. And really for little stuff like your everyday carry toolkit, I can't imagine. I would, don't get me wrong, I would buy the Knipex little short Cobra just because that's how I am. I get fixated on a name brand, and hey, if it works, right? But if you were going to put together a little kit to throw in the back of the car or to carry with your bike, you know, if you're a mountain biker and lightness, small tools, lightweight kit, why not go, you know, a little less? But we're going to look at this one a little more in depth later too. I just wanted to get on and show you a couple of my things I pulled in this week. This is the one I'm really excited about. Of course, it's going to work. and it's going to sit in the bag. And then that's another thing. It goes in waves. For some reason, I have been swamped this last month or so with broken chains, roller chains. And, you know, you're out in the cold, the coldest we get here in Southeast Texas. You know, it's been in the 20s here lately, though, 20s and 30s. And you're trying to get your frozen fingers to get that little clip on the roller chain master link and set it with a screwdriver. You can't hold your fingers or your, you know, so maybe you get one that'll work a little quicker. And I'm thinking that's going to be it. I will, as usual, report back one day when I get some testing done on it. But, you know, this is Knipex. Say it however you want. I know, don't hit me in the comments. It's already been said a million times. We know. But there we go. So that's my tool haul for this week. My tool options. Got some Ulsa, got some Railer, even got a little WorkPro going. So thanks a lot, guys. I'm glad you came along. We enjoy you. If you got any comments you want to throw down, tell me what you like or don't like about the setup. You know, I've seen a lot of Railer bits going in and out. I mean, there's guys at work that got them, and they're like, yeah, they hold up. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day, and come back and see us.